Hi everybody, this is Pammy Journals and I'm here to demonstrate a card for subscribers to my TikToks. If you have the set Grassy Grove, that's the set that I am actually basing this card off of, except that I'm using the dies for it, which are part of the set that it goes to. I am not sure if Grassy Grove is still current, but I love this set. All right, so I'm just going to demonstrate. In your card kit, you're going to get a vellum envelope that has all the parts that you need to put the kit together, except for glue, ink, and any pop-up dots, just so you're aware of that, okay? So you're going to need to supply those things for you. So I'm going to start off right off. I'm going to die cut the piece that I have here so that you can, make your layers. But I want you to be aware that some of the die pieces might still be stuck in there. So just take a little pokey and pop those out. So that way you have the full view of the sky behind it. So you see those little tiny pieces there. Occasionally they will get stuck in the die, no matter how hard I tweak and shake it and move it. So we want to make sure those are off. I'm also going to be sending a piece of paper for the background. They have discontinued this paper, but I still had enough left that I created something for everybody. During my live on TikTok, I actually created the background, as you can see here. So it looks layered and sunset and beautiful. You can do that as well on a white card if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and send the layers so it's less work and it's also a quicker, simple card that you can put together. Okay. So I'm going to just demonstrate what I did on the live. I'm going to take some pop-up dimensionals, which I love dimensionals. I've mentioned this many times. Dimensionals from Stampin' Up! Are one of my favorites because they pop off so easily as far as the backing. I do not like to struggle to take the backs off of pop-ups. These are pretty nice. All right, and I'm also going to use a couple minis because there's a few places where I don't want the pop-up dots dimensionals to show up. All right, so here I'm just going to remove these. I use tweezers because my fingers don't work well on their own. Yay for arthritis or fibromyalgia or lupus pain for all you sufferers out there. My heart goes out to you. All right, so then I'm just going to line this directly up over the piece. It should fit fairly consistent. You might have a little cut off edge. You can always trim that if you want. So basically there's our background. Boom, boom, just like that, right? It's so nice when it happens that fast. You could also take an edge if you feel up to it. And I'm just going to round the edges here just so it has a little softer look to the card. Okay. So I'm going to put it up a little higher and I'll show you why here in a second. But first, let's go ahead and get our deer on here. So I'm sending you each 3 deer die cuts, a mama, papa, and baby deer. So it makes it pretty cute. And so in here, we're going to actually put the deer. So they're going to look like silhouettes. You can use glue or tape, whatever you find is best for you. I'm just going to set Mama Deer right inside of there. She's a happy deer. She's got a baby fawn. I guess I could have said just she has a fawn, since a baby and fawn are technically the same thing for her. All right. Very simple, very elegant, sweet little card, right? I like it. All right, and you're just going to place this on the back. I'm going to use my Tombow tape runner, dot runner, which I happen to like, and it runs a lot smoother than some of the other ones. You're going to make that nice and even at the top. Okay. And then I have this cute little saying here. It goes, best dad ever. And I'm going to use a little bit of green Old Olive is the color from Stampin' Up. And I'm just going to go around the edge just to give it a little extra pop to it. And then we're going to layer that on here as well. And you're just going to stick that down here at the bottom so it looks kind of special. And you can use pop-up dots if you want. I am going to use these green ones because I think it looks pretty nice. I'm just going to put a pop-up dot. You can do 3 dots, you can do 1 dot, you can do separated dots like I'm doing right here, so it kind of gives a little extra pop, dance, prettiness. All right, so there's the outside, pretty simple. Now the inside, I would take a plain little white piece of cardstock, go around the edges and give it a little extra happy, because we want to finish the inside of the card just like we do the outside. It gives it a little extra texture and happiness to it, I think. If you don't want to, you do not have to. Remember, when you're making cards, you're doing this for yourself and for others. You do not have to do it exactly the way I show you. This is an example of how you can create it. It's not the absolute. So I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. Like when I encourage people to make cards, I'm trying to help them to learn how to do the cards for themselves. This is just a little extra there. I didn't like that extra. All right, so I'm just placing the Papa Deer in here now on the inside. So he is right there. And then this card itself, I made as a Father's Day card. If you have some decal edge scissors or anything creative, you can cut your decal edge all around the words so you get it to be exactly the size that you want it to be. I'm sending several sentiments so that you will have choices. I love choices. Choices gives us opportunity to take a little control back. We get to control what we want, and we enjoy that. And when you have control, you feel a sense of safety, I think. And as long as you're controlling in a good way, you know, the outcome of things in your life, that's a positive. So I'm just going to put that right there. So as you can see, very basic, very simple, but yet elegant Father's Day card. You can turn this into a birthday card. Say you don't need a Father's Day card because unfortunately some of our fathers have passed away. Some of our husbands aren't in our lives anymore, you know, so we want to make sure that we can be creative with whatever works for us. All right, I'm going to add just a little bit more color around the edges. As you can see, I'm making my card in real time. I'm not editing anything because, you know, as much as I love the editing process as well, I just want you guys to see things in real time so you get a feel for what it's like. Because when we edit it all out, all the hard stuff, we don't get to see the details of how, you know, a frustrated sticker moment is or however that works. But this gives us an opportunity to really be able to go, wow, okay, I can be real and create things and take it to a whole new level. So one of the most important parts about making your card is to put your signature on there. And I have this cute little signature punch now, so I don't have to do a lot of signing. So there we go. And there is my beautiful little card. So that's the first card in the trio of Father's Day cards that I have made. So hopefully you enjoy this. And when you get the kit, I cannot wait to see what you do with it.